Yeah, what a weekend, man. We have some very, very big games coming up. To me, they are not big games, but it would be wrong if we don't talk about them. Especially because of someone, on set here that supports a certain team like that in Spain. But anyways, Barca take on. I know mention
I'm
name,
not
but
humble. I'm just looking at him
if the
because
shoe fits,
we are talking about a title race.
Jesus. See,
That's all
I
he's
mentioned
saying. A
name
game that
now.
is not important.
I mentioned anybody's name now.
Anyway, I
wahala.
understand,
If the
Sha.
shoe fits,
When your season is not going as expected.
Yours isn't going
when your
as
season
Yes,
not going as
it is.
expected, you
It's going
have
as
to say the
expected.
person who is
We are
second
still,
in Champions
we are
League.
still
Say the
fighting for the title. We are still in the Champions League and we'll still win.
And
it.
these guys are still entitled in the contention for
I'm
the
not
title.
in contention.
Okay, this
No.
one.
I'm not in
Yeah,
Actually, I never thought there'd be a day where they'll
Yeah,
mention,
the one
they'll
with
mention
contention.
Arsenal and you'll not be full
Yeah, the
of
one
I'm not in
with
Your shoulder
contention.
to go up, say,
I'm
Ateta
not
ball.
I'm
Yeah,
not
the
in
one with
contention.
from. It's not-
I'm not in
No problem.
contention. But the bottom line is, where are you on the La Liga log? You are third.
It's because we have a game in hand.
Don't explain
We have a
anything.
game in hand.
Get
When
in
I
hand.
beat
Too much in
Valencia.
when they
Once
say,
I defeat-
where are you?
Where are
We
you
have
on the
a
log?
game in hand.
Where are you on the log?
They played a game more than
You are
Madrid,
third.
so that's
End
all.
of story. You are not
We
better
have a
than
game
me
in
by any
hand.
metric. You are
Once
not better
I
than me by any
defeat
metric.
Valencia.
I'm already in the Carabao Cup semi-final. Easy.
Carabao.
Easy.
Carabao.
Seriously, they celebrate.
You know they.
Last season, when I reached final, you have you.
Carabao Cup semi-final.
when I
Easy.
reached final.
In this cup, now, no. Then when we started watching, this cup is rubbish. Like this, where you just put your second 11
If
to
you
just
easy do am, this cup is
Jesus
rubbish.
scored hat trick.
You have-
No, you know
have
the
to
squad.
feel-
you have to
If
feel
you
the
know
guy-
squad,
the guy
na
that's
go
qualified.
yab
Some
am.
way Palmer they score like say tomorrow no day. Okay,
Palmer,
I mean,
Palmer.
no many of your players can chat to him, Sha, but I mean, just... Actually, the yarn, no
Lo-
yarn reach
lot
that
of-
side.
None of your
that
players
side.
can chat to Saka, none, including the Palmer himself.
Nah,
So
so-
maybe we no reach there.
And so, I mean, let's focus on the people that are playing.
But anyways, Barca take on Atlético, and it's a very funny. When I saw the start that Atlético have not won at Barca's home since 2006. Simeone has never won an away fixture as Atlético boss against Barca. That's crazy.
I mean, it's the first time for everything.
I mean, I think if there's any time for him to break it, it's now. Atletico are the most informed side in La Liga. 11 straight wins across all competitions, 6 in the league. I think they're informed to win this.
I think so too. To be honest, I think they are. If there's any time for them to break that jinx that we don't anytime we go to the camp. Sorry, we usually go there and we get either we just drop. We will drop points basically. We don't ever leave there with a win. I think it's time for them to do it because Barca are very, very likely to lose at this point in time. The highline thing is not going as it should. I mean, I understand keeping a highline, but it looks like once you beat it, the will to defend is not there, and you can't rock up against Atletico like that. These guys are looking to punish any mistake. Griezmann is flying right now. Alvarez is finding his foot in front of goal, and there's this. I think is it Barrios that they replaced Gallagher with. There's this new addition in their midfield that has just kind of stabled how they play. Has got them ticking better than when the season started. So I think right now is the time. If they can't do it now, I'm sorry. I don't know when else they want to do it.
And I think also the fact that there's this. I think we are seeing it happen across, but like once a big side, once one or two, in quote, lesser teams just sort of demystify you, then you don't have that fear factor anymore. We are seeing it with City, Brighton, anybody's beating them. And I think for Barca, since Osasuna just beat them, like it just looks like, oh, you guys are not that special. Yes, you beat Real Madrid, you beat Bayern, but you are not special. They are losing to Legons, bro. Legons at home.
It's the rocky team we've seen from Barca. Let's remember when the season started, we know they were playing very well, but we knew that at some point, can they contain the energy required for the high line? As just as Izu said,
I know you're in your
working.
again.
They're not. But then and it's difficult. And when you then play against an Atletico side that is very disciplined at the back, so it's even going to make that means you have to double up your work. They have experienced players too at the back line. I think Simeone, he might not get a 3 point, but I don't think he would not leave the camp at least with a point. I feel this is a time that it could help them because they're fighting for the title. Unlike other season, when you see Atletico playing, you're like, I'm not sure they would do it. But this season, it feels like it's going to be a 3-horse race.
If Atletico win this game, they go outright top.
Exactly, that's what makes
that's crazy
that's
motivation.
Going to be
That's what makes it
a big
bigger.
motivation for them. But then you look at the Barca team too, the poor run of form too. They also look at it and say we have to start getting it right. Yes, we know that Yamal had injury, came back. It's not been the same, but they still have those players that can change it. For me, I like when Lewandowski is at his best. He knows how to just give it.
Speaking about Lewandowski, like why does he continue to get stick from Barca fans? I think he has scored 16.
He's the highest goal scorer presently.
16 across all comes or something. I mean, why is he still getting stick?
I think as a striker, especially when you are coming with the package that Lewandowski has, there's this belief that every game you're playing, you have to score. You get so. It's not enough for you to say score in a couple of games. I understand that he has scored a lot of goals. Do you understand? But like it or not, when you rock up in front of goal and the chance is put in front of you, you're ready to put it in the back of the net. So it's not a thing where maybe you are a midfielder and you score a couple of goals. They can excuse you missing some. Do you get? But as a striker, when you get your chance, more often than not, you're expected to score. Yeah. But I mean, I think it's Barca's fault because at the end of the day, they had Magui and they let him go.
Oh, we are talking about players. We are talking about
Magui.
So it's not my fault.
Talking about players. We are talking about macaroni.
Which one macaroni? Every time you are your agenda.
We are talking about macaroni. We are talking about players.
I think that's true.
I think Lewandowski, for me, if I was a Barca fan, I don't think I would be too offended. They knew the version of him they were getting. They knew they were not getting the prime or whatever. They knew they were getting somebody who...
But they have an experienced side of him.
Somebody who is just experienced, but he's not at his best physically. I know. I think the annoying thing is just that I think Rafinha, in the whole of Europe top 5 leagues, I think he is either the first or second in terms of chances created. More than 40 chances. He's the first, 45 or so chances created. So when you look at the number of chances he has created and the number of chances Lewandowski has scored, the person who is culprit for missing those chances is Lewandowski.
Exactly. I think that's the issue. That's the issue.
Fair enough.
And these games where they've actually against Legons, it wasn't like they were horrible.
Yeah, they were.
They did not just take their chances when they came. That's where it came down to eventually, and that's why you look at somebody with the kind of bag that Lewandowski comes with. You expect that yes, he have scored a lot of goals, but it's like having someone like Harry Kane or the likes of Haaland or when he was, peak Ronaldo, peak Messi. I'm not saying Lewandowski's on that level, but when it comes to finishing in front of goal, I mean, he's one of the strikers of this generation. Do you understand? So when someone like that is spearheading your attack, you expect that when you create the amount of chances Rafinha alone has created, because I mean, you have Yamal's numbers, you have Pedri's numbers, you have Dani Olmo's numbers. So the chances are, it's not just Rafinha's own. There are a lot more. If you maybe add up all of that, you'll be heading towards 90 or so, because at the start of the season, they were creating chances for fun. And all these numbers are not necessarily adding up to those numbers. So, I mean, you start to wonder, do you want somebody who gives you more assurance in front of goal? It basically looks like he can be that kind of guy, but it's not just working out right now. So I understand their frustration.
Yeah, so Zini, as a Real Madrid fan, who are you more worried about in the title race, Barca or Atletico?
I think I'm more worried about Atletico. I know that Barca knows how to win the league. They are the when it comes to the historic win, they won more La Liga titles. But then look at this Atletico side. We always talk about how they got it right in the transfer windows, the players that they needed. Griezmann is playing as well. It feels like they are motivated to win this title. The last time, no other team has ever won it in a long while, apart from Atletico. When Madrid wins, Barca wins, and then Atletico tries to win it once, and it looks like they are primed to do it. They splashed a lot of money this season to get the players that they needed. And I think Simeone realizes that I have to do it. And I think if he does it this time, he was going to leave the club. I feel there's a way you stay in a place and you get so comfortable at some point, like, okay, let me try something new. I don't know if it's Simeone for them, but I'm more scared. Because he has been so...
highest paid coach.
He's so... I can't think about Atletico Madrid and not think about Simeone. Like, it's the both go hand in hand. You can't eliminate one for the other. So I feel I'm more worried about Atletico, the way they've had this peak. There's a way... They didn't start very good. It wasn't so good at the start, but now the form is there. I'm more worried for...
they have the best. Even they have the best defense.
Yes, they have the best. They also have experienced players compared to Barcelona, where you have young lads playing and you realize that at some point the experience will come in, and that's why they're also struggling. We were praising Casado, how good he was, but now it's not working.
And as always say when he comes back, Frankie will bench.
That guy's up. You know yourself.
So you can see that. And for Madrid, my own team, we're not that stable. That we are all accepting. We're not that stable. We're going to fight for the title, but we're not that stable. So I think I'm more scared. I would prefer Barca wins it. because I know that Barca will still drop their points.
The team that beat you for.
There's nothing. There's sometimes you go to war. It's not all war. You go with big those kind of ammunition. Sometimes you just go with.
Isn't it not done
what strategies? On top La Liga.
This time I want Barca to win it. If Barca wins it, I would love it.
It could go.
But I would love if they share the spoils. I would like a draw.
I would have said that would have made more sense, but because if Barca wins, it can spark another winning run.
Why I said that is that it's better. Sometimes you have to choose your battle. So if Atletico wins it, I know I will not. It will be much of a threat to me. But if they share the spoils, that's the best. I just hope they play out a goalless one. I don't even want to see goals.
Fair enough. So what are your predictions for that game?
Mm-hmm. I know. So I don't think I think someone takes it. I think Atletico wins
2-1.
I can't say, but I think Tico wins. Maybe 2-1.
I'm going for a draw. But I want one draw.
You're going for a draw. You want a draw? Which one is it?
I want a draw, and I'm going for a draw. The universe hears.
I don't know. Well, based on the fact that I cost Barca, and I never released them.
I
never released them from my cost. Atletico to win 2-1. First time for Simeone away.
It's possible. 2006. He does it in 2024.
I'm backing
Christmas
them.
comes early for them.
I'm backing them. Well, anyway, so the league's top scorers in La Liga takes on the league's best defense, and which one is going to come out on top? I don't know. I'm really not bothered about that league because
that's the best league that wins the Champions League. For all those people that are doing like they don't have anything. Which league has?
I'm really not bothered about that league.
Ronaldo, all these legends.
Messi, Ronaldo. You're talking about Messi been on the ball for.
Enjoying life. Ronaldo made the Premier League, by the way. So,
exactly. Ronaldo was made in Premier League.
He was made, but he flourished.
Which flourished?
4 Champions League titles.
Anyways, which one is going to come out on top? We'll just have to wait and see. But let's travel to the best league in the world, where we have one disguised super game. That game is not super to me, but let's call it a Super Sunday. Anyways, Tottenham welcome Liverpool to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And
will Liverpool away?
Yeah, Liverpool away. And if there is one side that I call the most disappointing team in the Premier League, I think it's Tottenham. I think they are the most disappointing team in the Premier League.
I get where you're coming from.
I'm not trying to say it from a point of banter as an Arsenal fan.
No. I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from. But at the end of the day, if there's any team
that can also play the big boys
that you expect will just rock up without any form of respect in the world, just go there and do their business, is Tottenham. They're very funny like that.
When I look at Tottenham, I always remember this science class. So we have this scalar and vector. Scalar, they don't have direction. Vector has that. But you see that their scalar, you don't know when you think Tottenham will just win. And look at that, they've sacked man that don't have that family. They've sacked Southampton coach after defeating them 5-0. I think this game, I feel, is going to be interesting. And I think it's one for the goals. Let's not forget that Liverpool, they've dropped points their last 2 games. Even the last one where they drew a game with Fulham.
Yeah, but they won in EFL Cup.
Yes, they won, but EFL Cup
it was even a struggle.
It's a struggle. And we've been seeing that sort of decline, even from the Champions League, their last game where they got to beat Girona 1-0, which wasn't convincing. So, and you look at this Tottenham side, they know how to blow hot when they need to blow hot. And Maddison is in a good form. Hopefully he's not caged, but I think it's going to be fireworks. I think it's going to have goals. I don't think Liverpool were able to defend as much as we've seen them doing some of the games. I think they'll be found open. Maybe they might get a point, but I think it will be for the goals. Lots of goals.
I think the trick for the game, where I think bulk of the game we played is in the middle of the park. If Liverpool have a lot of the ball and limit Spurs to quick counters and quick breaks, maybe Liverpool takes it. But if that double pivot pairing of Bissouma and Papisa can cause as many turnovers as possible, like we saw in the City game, then I don't think Liverpool will be able to take it. Because at the end of the day, you look at the players at the base of their midfield. Yes, Gravenberch has been fantastic, pairing with McAllister and all of that stuff. But I don't think it gives you that much of a defensive cover. And that's why in games where Liverpool actually dominates possession, you get and can play the game at their own pace and pick and choose when they attack. They get 1 goal, get 2, and that's it for the day. But if that midfield battle is won by Tottenham, and then you have the likes of Son, Maddison, and Kulusevski or Brand, and all of them in front of those people, then I think Tottenham will be able to. I trust them to take on that day. you want to take their chances and get win against Liverpool. But if for any reason they allow Liverpool to dominate the ball, then I don't.
One of the problem for Liverpool is that they're going into this game with a lot of pressure. If they don't win it, if Chelsea gets to win, Chelsea becomes
the top of the league.
So unlike other games we've seen Liverpool play,
they just allow 3 points.
Wait,
just like other games,
when we see Liverpool play, we're like they have points, they can drop points, but now they can't afford to drop points anymore.
Yeah, for me, I also think what could be an advantage for Spurs is the fact that they have many people that you can actually point to and say this guy can score. When you look at Liverpool going into a game, honestly, the person you can really bank on is just Salah. I mean, when you look at the fact that Nunes and Jota,
Luis Diaz
have just declined over the past couple of weeks. Nunes and Jota, they're always just like Jota and Martinelli. Today you start this one. This one will play well. Oh, this is the starter. Next week you'll play rubbish. So Nunes and Jota is just like merry-go-round. It's only Salah that you can really point out. But when you look at Spurs, you have a son that can score. Solanke can score for you. Kulusevski can take all those outside belters. Madison, like you said, is on top
from
as well. Brennan Johnson can score for you. So I think it's going to be a difficult one for Liverpool actually.
But then again, Tottenham did not really rest. Bulk of these players were saying can rock up and cause something against Liverpool.
They played
against Man.
That's the issue.
So there's that as well.
Yeah, but sometimes to say those kind of games still gives you the momentum to go to the
Exactly.
next.
You can always bank on momentum sometimes. You can always bank on it.
Especially coming from that entertaining game in a way because of the goals against United. Not like they played heaven and earth inside of it. So I think for Ange Postecoglou, he wins something in the second season. He's still on the bench. They're in the semi-finals now.
Alisson.
I'm not sure, but I mean, you would want to trust Kelleher to do enough.
Okay.
Kelleher is sure to be a good substitute.
I think he's actually he's not even. I think he's like the best number 2 in Europe for me right now.
If not for the fact that Liverpool is a big
club
and
he's
supposed to move to.
I don't talk anything.
You don't call your goalkeeper. Why you
I don't talk anything.
Lunin too is in there with a top shout.
Yes,
as the best number 2 in Europe.
My guy.
Yeah, it's in there with a top shout. Actually.
Good guy.
But yeah, so what tickle your fancy? Say my guy.
Yes, now it's my guy.
Well, what are the predictions looking like?
Honestly, I think it's a Tottenham win.
Bold one. That's a bold.
I think it's a Tottenham win.
Bold one. Scoreline. Mind.
I don't know. 3-2.
Fair.
I'm seeing a Liverpool win.
Scoreline.
2-1. For Liverpool.
I'm seeing a draw. 2-2.
Yeah, very close.
I just see a draw. Wow, like what's my favorite? What like favorite?
It's not in
if it's supposed to be my favorite, I want Spurs to win because there's nothing Spurs can. They are not in the title.
Remember that May will be here. I don't want to hear what. I'm sure you win. I'm sure you win Europa League. No conference. Conference is for you. I know you win that one.
Do you know as we stand, like they've written Arsenal's name on the Carabao Cup? Do you know they've written my name there?
Only your name. They got a Carabao Cup. Oga win Premier League.
No, why you know win La Liga? Why
you win La Liga now? We're on the verge.
You're on the verge.
Best one to watch. I'll be defending champion.
People who are winners. I'm about convention.
No, I'm a winner. I'm not shying away from it. Now, personally, they win league, they talk.
So, anyways, it's looking like advantage for Chelsea if Tottenham do win.
Asal.
Let me talk now. If Tottenham,
we never even play. Say advantage Chelsea.
Advantage Chelsea.
It's looking like advantage Chelsea at the moment because Tottenham look like they're in good form and good momentum to take on Liverpool. Liverpool have struggled over the past couple of weeks and they don't look like they are their best. But just like we all know, this is a big game. Form goes out of the water. It depends on who shows up the best, who wants it more, and which manager will get the best tactically from the game. So we've given you our predictions. Tell us your thoughts in the comment section below. Who would come out on top? Tottenham versus Liverpool, Barca versus Atlético Madrid. Those 2 big fixtures this weekend. And of course, we'll be here to give you the best talking points after these games. Stay cool.